Hi, my name is Tom McIntyre, and I've been involved in the printing industry for 30 odd years, so I've come through a lot of different stages within the printing industry, but in more recent years digital has taken over, and I've been working with a lot of the major print companies or print service providers in Ireland to develop solutions using digital technology. And as the printing technology gets better and better, the demands become more difficult to solve, and the challenges become more difficult to solve. So I've been working with a company called Universal Graphics on sorting out vehicle branding. And when you're putting graphics onto a vehicle, you've got a lot of challenges involved. Like most of these vehicles, they're out on the road in all kinds of weather, but they go through very, very heavy duty car washes. They're using power washers on them, and you'll often notice some well done graphics. Oh yeah. This would be an example of a vehicle being wrapped, and what you see is there's a lot of challenges and difficult areas. And when you're wrapping a vehicle, you do need to have the right materials. And when you see badly wrapped vehicles, it's usually down to the fact that the people didn't use the correct materials. So when you're using the incorrect materials, what happens is they start to shrink and the adhesive starts to show up, and they look dirty and messy very, very quickly. And you can have a lot of different vehicle graphics that would be very simple. A job like that would be very simple, which would be just some cut vinyl and it'd be placed on, and that wouldn't be a very expensive job. And then you would have jobs like these, which would be full wraps. When you do a full wrap, you have to use the correct materials. But when we dealt with all the challenges involved in doing vehicles, we moved on. And we started looking at floor graphics. And basically floor graphics is another challenge, because if you go into a retail environment and you want to put graphics on the floor, there's a lot of people walking on them. There's pallet trucks going over, so there's a lot of challenges there. Plus the other thing is they want to change the graphics quite regularly. And when you're changing the graphics, you need to be able to remove them. And it's a different kettle of fish removing the graphics from one type of surface than it is to another. So the selection of the material that you would use for floor graphics is very, very important. The other thing that's very important in floor graphics is you need to use a laminate which is anti-slip, so that you don't have customers slipping on them. So floor graphics is a kind of a new growth area, and the selection of the right materials is very, very important. And nowadays we have materials that will stick to any surface. But if you're going into a retail environment, you don't know what the surface is. We have other materials that are kind of catch-all materials that are easy to install and easy to remove without leaving adhesives behind on the floors. So there's lots of different surfaces that we have to stick to, and selecting the right materials is very important. And you can even see here there's floor graphics for outdoor use, which is another challenge in itself. They also have to be anti-slip, and then you've got floor graphics like these that are very long term, so they'll last many, many years. So you have to decide how long do the graphics need to last, do they need to be removed, and when they're being removed, they're easy to remove. The other big growth area then is wall graphics, and walls come in all shapes and sizes as well. So if you want to put your branding into an in-store scenario, you need to know what surface you're trying to stick to. And if it's a brick wall like this, it's one type of material. If it's a nice, easy to stick to surface, you can do some very, very nice work with textured materials. And they're also available with different adhesives, either very, very strong adhesives or very, very removable adhesives. So if you want to change some of the content on your walls, you can do that as well. This is just an example of a brick wall that can be wrapped, and there are vinyls available for that that just will not shift. You know, they will stay on the wall no matter what the environment is outdoor. Then the other opportunity is windows. Window graphics are quite difficult to deal with. Windows are very easy to stick to, but if you use a material on window graphics that's got too strong an adhesive, it can be very, very difficult to remove. So one of the developments in recent times are adhesives that are very, very easy to install, so you can send them into the shop. They can apply the graphics, the shop assistant can apply the graphics, and when it comes to change the message, your branding message or your promotional message, you can just remove them easily and replace them with the new message. And that's kind of one of the big things at the moment, is that when you're doing a promotion, the graphics need to be up to date, and they don't want to be left up there just because nobody can remove them. And one of the things that you may have seen is these are kind of static cling films that basically there is no adhesive, so you can print them, stick them onto the window and remove them, and you can actually go back and reapply them again if you put them onto a proper liner. There's a lot of these materials here that are very, very easy to put up, install very, very simply, and then when it comes to remove them, they're very, very simple to remove. Alternatively, you can get graphics that you can put onto windows that you just cannot remove. They're very, very difficult to remove. So I think that's more or less what I wanted to let you know, that there's the right material for whatever you want to do, whatever surface you're trying to stick to, that are easy to install, easy to remove. And if you want, I'm at the Universal Graphics stand if anybody wants to come and see some of these solutions. Thank you very much.